So my solution last night was to use tape on that valve. And I forgot that I left the tape with my bike supplies back at the outfitters. So instead, I folded the sleeping pad in half, hoping that like the bottom half would get cut off from the top half where it was leaking at the valve. That did not work. So I just kind of slept on the ground again. But I actually slept a lot better tonight than I did the last, I think, 2 nights is when it first started going shit. There's kind of like a curvature in between some lumpy parts here that I could kind of rest myself in. Anyway, I'm gonna do some stretches, make breakfast, take a few casts here, and then get in the canoe and go to Sag Falls. And I probably already missed prime fishing time. It's like 8:30 or something in the morning. June 8th. It's 8:43, June 8th. So I'm imagining prime fishing times like just right as dawn is breaking and something like that. But that's not going to happen for me. I'm not going to get up that early. I don't feel like it. God, I love that sound. I can see the loons too. They're really far out. Wouldn't pick it up on the camera. So I am going to be pumping today's water. And yesterday I just pumped directly into the pot. I was going to boil the water that I used for the pad thai that I had. But since I'm probably not going to boil most of this water and just drink it straight, I'm actually taking the canoe out a little ways into the middle of the lake. I'm going to let the filter sink down a bit off the surface. Because close to shore is kind of where all the, not all, but a lot of the germs, viruses, bacteria end up. And on the surface, things like Giardia. So if I can just go out a bit from shore, then we'll have our oatmeal. And we'll get going. So we are here. We're gonna go up around the island, just south of Canada. Go to Oskananton Island, then south of or maybe south or north of Connors Island, and then down to the actual falls. And then we're gonna follow the shoreline back to here and skip up. So we'll see a pretty good portion of Saganaga Lake today, and the falls is something that multiple people have pointed out to me that I should see. So I'm gonna go look, and we're gonna get on our way. Canada's just a stone's throw away. I've been planning this trip for months in my head, and it's cool to actually finally be right up on the border waters. This is my happy place with the loon calls and the trees. Not the bugs though, but it has not been bad this trip. When I was bikepacking, it was way worse. Trestle Pine is a shithole, and it's cursed. No one ever go there. Got a decent little open water crossing to get to Oskananton. And we'll skip up to one of those little islands to the left, and then go around Connors to the north, I think. Just to get some paddling in. I paid for this goddamn canoe. I'm gonna use it. And then we'll head south to the falls. Cool view of Red Sucker Bay over there. We're getting close to the falls. Red Sucker Bay is huge. Not sure if this camera's doing it justice or not. We got a lot of folks fishing at the falls. I just want to see them at least. I don't really care that much about the fishing. But I'm gonna go take a look. Hopefully I don't piss them off by getting too close. I think this is Sag Falls. How's it going? Good. I'm a first time fisherman, so I'm not gonna steal any of your catch or anything. Oh, is it? Have you been catching stuff? Sweet. Cool. Hopefully me too. I don't know. Got something. Oh shit. Jesus. What the big, whatever it is.
fighting this thing for too long. I see it. Oh shit, I think it's a bass? Holy fuck, that thing's huge. Jesus. It's under the boat. Yep, there it is. I think the net's too small for it. Holy shit. Come on. Oh my god. Oh, holy fuck. That is a big fucker. Oh my god. Alright, I'm drifting, so I gotta figure out what to do here. Oh shit! I did it! Remove this hook. Oh shit. Sorry, buddy. Where is it? There. Okay. What are the like laws on size for bass? Any? What was that? You can keep above 10 inches? Is this? That's a keeper? Hell yeah. Huh? That is dinner, yes it is. I'm gonna go finish it off here and probably go back. Huh? It was success, yes. Wow, I can't believe I actually did it. What? I was? I got it like right here and then it pulled me over there. Yeah. All right. I don't want him to suffer any longer than he has to. Holy shit. All right. So we're gonna pull up here to the portage. And I'm gonna get my axe and I'm gonna beat it in the head. I feel bad for having him suffer like this. If I was on shore, I could have already had him dead, you know? All right, I am sorry for having to take your life. It's not any consolation, but I'll be where you're at soon. We all will be. I think that did it. So its heart is gonna keep beating for a bit. And we will let it beat out and then we will fillet it. It's the first life I've taken to eat. It was an intense experience for me. All right. A guy at the Outfitters told me how to do this other thing that I'm not going to do. I just learned how to fillet on the internet before I came out. This is pretty small. I didn't think I was being catching a fish as fucking big, but apparently I have to cut behind the gills to the backbone and then to the belly and then this way, and then flip the fillet over and cut the skin off or something. So anyway, I'm gonna try that. I really do not know how this is supposed to go, so I'm probably fucking it up, but when you're teaching yourself, I guess that's the way it goes. What the hell was that? Shit. I'm sure I'm fucking this up. I mean, I already know I have, because it didn't all come out in one piece, and I don't know where I'm supposed to be cutting. I've got some of it. I don't know if I'm supposed to get the belly too. Ugh, it's just a big mess. Be nice if I knew what I was supposed to be looking for. Because the tutorials I saw, you know, they do it fucking perfect. It's like, well, what if you're not sure what you're looking at, you know? So I've got miscellaneous chunks of fish that I'm gonna periodically rinse off in the lake as I paddle back. And then we'll fry them up for lunch. Well, I got what I could. I've got to be the worst fish butcher in the universe, but I got some miscellaneous filet meat off of it. I'm gonna go bury the remains now. We're already off the trail, so I'll probably just walk a little more. They said in this wilderness video or whatever that they make you watch before you go in, that you can just like bury it a little bit and cover it with some leaves and stuff. So I got my trowel. I'm gonna do that, then go wash those off with the canoe and head back. So we got a fish. I tried my best to fillet it. I got, I think, most of the meat in the fillet, at least. Did not do a very good job, but now I can. Oh yeah, everyone left in the meantime. It's like 1:30, so since we left camp, it's been about 3 hours. Hopefully be back in like an hour and a half-ish, depending on if there's any winds or anything. get to espouse about the philosophy now, the ethics. So I was originally planning on just doing catch and release. But that has its own ethical concerns, right? So when you catch a fish with a gut hook, or if you gut hook a fish, the chances of its survival plummet. They say the survival of catch and release fish is anywhere from 4 to 40%, which isn't great. The 40% is like deep sea fishing, where the pressure change harms the fish. It's like barotrauma. But it's still... There's other things too. Apparently the fish hook hole reduces the ability of that fish that you caught to catch other food for itself after you release it by like 30%, or maybe it was 30% of cases. It reduced the likelihood of the fish being able to catch its dinner or something. I mean, these studies aren't perfect, right? But it's still something to think about. I didn't learn anything about life and death. I knew it would be difficult for me. Just the way that I think about existence, life, everything. There's not really any purpose or meaning. We're not here for any reason. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't treat other things. Like, the ethical concern isn't whether or not the fish can feel pain or what have you. It's whether or not this thing that wants to survive should be able to. I get to eat now, and that's part of nature, but there's other methods whereby this autonomous entity could have continued to live. I don't think it's a very important lesson to teach anything, and I probably won't take another fish out unless I have someone there to show me better how to fillet it or harvest whatever meat is available, even like between the ribs and everything. I don't know if that knife is just so unbelievably not for the job, or if it was just my skill with it, but either way. Yes. I have less concern than others about the wastage aspect. So just because I killed the thing doesn't... I mean, you shouldn't just kill something willy-nilly in my ethical framework. But there's not really a concept of wastage. Like, just because I didn't get maybe every piece of meat that I could have, doesn't mean that it's wasted, right? Other things, I'm counting myself arbitrarily high on the list of important things that need to consume this fish. Where I buried it, everything that, the fungus, bacteria, insects that go into breaking that down is a part of the, like, it not being wasted. It's being utilized. Not that that matters, I mean, but it's not a big concern of mine of the wasting of it. I just want to know how to fillet it for myself so that I can get the most for myself. But I don't think it's a waste if I don't. Also, another thing I remembered, picking up a fish by the jaw, like, or the lip, their jaw is not meant to withstand force in that way, like holding up its entire body. So a lot of times the fish's jaws break. Something to consider. But yeah, when I catch and release from now on, I'm going to utilize the net. I'm going to try to the conservation rules I learned for this is like use the net, try to handle the fish as little as possible, unhook it as fast as possible, keep it in the water the whole time with the net if you can, and then let it go. So that's another thing I'm going to be striving for is reduced battle time, reduced stress on the fish, so it's got a good likelihood of recovery, or better at least. Get it towards the 4% range. During some of my ethical research into catch and release and fishing in general, I saw a faction that was thought, you know, catching for food is fine and releasing is not. But I would argue, imagine a giant space being tricks you somehow into falling into some trap. Would you rather them just be like, all right, see you later, and let you go? Or would you rather they beat you to death with a hammer? My money is on let you go. I'd be more okay with being sported upon and released in an ethical way than I would want to die. So, and if you said beat to death with a hammer, you're a fucking idiot. A couple of loons in front of us. You can see them or not. Oh fuck. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Oh, there they go. Just looking for some dinner, just like I did. Just leave me the fuck alone. We won't have a problem, buddy. I'll give you a wide berth. Look for all the fish you want. All right. Made it back. Now to get everything out of the canoe and fry up some fish. All right. So I did not think that I was gonna get to use this. I wasn't sure if I was gonna or not. But I got some vegetable oil and breading mix, Cajun recipe. So we're gonna throw those pieces of filet in the mix and then throw them in some oil and fry up some fish out here in the boundary waters, and then organize camp and take a dip. because it is hot out. One thing I do hope is that I have enough fuel in this to actually fry these fish up. I might as well use the whole bottle then. Jesus. You need a certain amount in this bowl that it said on the instruction, on the like how to use it. Pretty much you need this metal part full or it could damage the contents. Another thing about this bowl, if this runs out, if that's what this bowl is designed for, I'm gonna have to fry this fish on an open flame, which might damage the bowl, but that's just something that's gonna have to happen because I'm eating this fish. There we go. Oh yeah. I'm not much of a cook, but at least I didn't fuck this up. Let's grab a piece. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now that's good. Dragonflies hunting. Fly flies by it. Turns its head. Oh, saw one. Must have got something. Oh, nice. Got a crow and eagle fighting? Tonight we're gonna have chicken and rice. I'm gonna get camp all set up to go. We're gonna be waking up early tomorrow. I'm gonna probably skip breakfast and just paddle out because what they said when I left was that Friday that thunderstorms were expected. So I want to bike to Iron Lake campground by the time the thunderstorms roll in, which is about 20 miles, but maybe more. Not sure actually. That's a good reason to leave early. Get there and set up before the storms roll in. If I'm feeling really good, maybe I'll try to make it to Kimball, but I doubt it. My back is kind of killing me. Got camp all put away. Chicken rice was good. Gonna have my last fire of the Boundary Waters this trip. And turn in, and hopefully the ground isn't quite as hard as it was last night somehow. One good thing today though, that solar panel fully charged the battery pack that I have when I left it out on the rock in the sun all day. So better than nothing. I can recharge my phone, all my batteries for the GoPro, everything, so that's pretty sweet.